Hello everyone. Despite who you are, I greet you. Shalom. So here we go again. I'm back with my audience and my audio equipment, my video equipment. Someone called this vlog. Mona, the lady friend I have on Facebook from Philippines, she used this word vlog, and I thought this is a misspelling word, but it seems to be a correct word for this vlog, like video blogging. I didn't knew, but here I am. I'm vlogging you. I'm vlogging myself. I don't know what to say. Today it is cleaning day, Thursday, and I should have cleansed myself. You can see all the fog that there is. I don't know how to get rid of this fog. It seems to be okay now, at least there. It's 2020. It's made in 2020. I like it. Anyway, how are you today? I don't know who you are. I don't know when you are. Maybe you were. Regarding the time, we have been talking about a lot lately. When you see this, it's past when I did it. So when it's past the time from you see it to I did it, it may have been during your happiest hours. I don't know. It can be also the worst hours. Then you see me and you will have a smile on your face. What a pity guy, what a funny guy, what a bad guy this is you are looking at. But I have this equation that all what I'm going to say, it's in the future. And we can't talk about the future because there is no future. And in fact, there is no past. Yet, I'm doing this now, and you will see this in the future, my future, but it will obviously be in the past. So, it's a mind-boggling thing, the time. So I hope that you enjoy my vlogging. I almost forget it every time. Vlog. Vlog. Or vblog. Vblog? No. Vlog. So this is a log. Blog is also from the word log. It's a resume of things that either is happening right now and you want to keep track of your activities or someone else's activities. So you make this blog or logging. People knows what a log is, and to explain that is in simple term, you make a resume, you write down what is happening, either instantly or in a chronologic way from your memory. So it is a good way. I think that to use the language is a good way to remember. And I was advised by a Kabbalist, also on a vlog, that drinking olive oil makes your memory better. So here I am. Where are you? What else can be said about that? My equation, my paradigm is that I do things out of my thoughts that are in a certain future, that you can have a mind. My mind is like, I don't know what to say, but it is there at the same time. When I don't know what to say, it's like appearing in front of me. So that is quite mind-boggling. How can that be? That something is appearing, the thoughts. It seems sometimes I'm speaking on automatic. Somebody said to me, if you put a coin to this automat machine, like a person, he was known for his talking, and we have had a few in our home. My mother kept the audience captivated. And she was very good in the language. She was very floristic. It was the language. Then the words she used was blooming words. Like the language could be someone you hear. I hear my daughter say something about my voice that is calming, and I believe it's something very profound in the sound of every human. And if you are used to your father or mother's sound from the birth, you will really be drawn into it. Either way, you can also be scared of it, of course. If you are molested in the childhood, you will run away. As soon as this voice or a similar voice is catching your ear, it can be very tormenting, because you have a tormenting past. It's a lot of things to process, and the mind is quite on the super level. The mind, how can I talk about something that I didn't know from the future? I didn't sit down, write it down, and in order to tell it to you, I need to write it down, and I don't care less. I couldn't care less about what you think about what I do. I love the likes, but I also love this. I love this, not only the likes. So put a down thumb on me. Then I will maybe think you had something in your mind that you really will dispute me with. So even if you have the time, you can write it down. Someone said that to have critics is the best. You can learn so much. This is water, by the way. It's when I have water here, I think it tastes even better than an ordinary glass. It's like the water, everything about the water is captured in the flask, and it's bottled up, and when you drink it fresh. It seems that glass was the best equipment to drink water from. And if you want a sharp cup of coffee, you use this metal cased coffee cup. And this is the old trademark. Now it's Circle K, so I kept the old one. Statoil, it's a company, fuel company that are selling fuel and all this oil stuff, also the food. So we got an agreement that if I pay a certain amount of money, I can fill my cup there, and they had this metal. So if I want the coffee sharp, a little bit sharp, you keep it in metal. If you want it soft, keep it in glass. If you want it spoiled, keep it in plastic. Plastic spoil everything. So it is very funny about language. I can't get over this issue, because the voice can trigger something, but also you use certain way of talking that is profoundly you. It is genuine, and when you learn to speak like I do, because I use you. You are the audience for Yes, the self-learner in the language, a language lesson, language activity that I like. I maybe also have friends I use yes in order to explore my language abilities. No, I think regarding my friends, it seems that I need it, but they also need me. I need it for certain reasons. Maybe that is one. If you learn to talk, if you learn to speak, it's a mindset. Altogether, it's intertwined. All your activities, behavioristic activities, also your use of language, is a way to show your inner self by those that can read certain things about the person. People that are criminals, it's very interesting to see how they behave, how they use the language. Because the language, I think the language will expose certain behavioristic activities that those that can read it, they will obviously find out if he's trying to hide something, if he is dealing with memories that he tried to cover up. So anyway, the words we are using, the language we use in order to explain ourselves, I use English because my mother tongue is Norwegian. I could talk Norwegian, but it doesn't really trigger these abilities to learn better language skills. So you are my audience, yes, for the fun of it. I have I am using YouTube, yes, in order for maybe in 10 or 20 or 30 years after my past, it will be maybe more looked at, because some language skills need to be preserved but also be exposed. My language skill is not that good, but I think it's fair enough, and I use what I have. People that are shy, they don't want to talk because maybe they will get stuck. It's for me, using language is very, very multifaceted case. At the same time, I show my face. I can see it now. It's not that very pretty face, but any which way, I use the language, and when I meet people in town or when I meet people generally, I'm not really afraid to talk to them. It's a way, this videoing, vlogging, it's a way of exploring how to interact with people. I got a feedback the other day here that Ole, you are too much into what you are going to say. So give it a slack. That's honest, that's a fair critique. That is how things should be put. So I ease up a little bit. You have to, when you are walking around making a joke of yourself, you are the clown, you are the best clown in the city. You have to ease up. You don't put yourself out all the time. Why I do that? It's first, I like to see a smile on people's face. I think the smile, if people are very stringent with themselves, they don't want to smile. It's an obvious case. If people are very stringent about themselves, they don't want to open up and wow, crazy man. No, they want to hold their mask. Has nothing ever happened? And but I try to touch on some knobs in order to change that. Like someone I meet, I comment on what is happening, and maybe it's funny, and if they see it as funny, we have all a smile. I can't really remember everything I say to people, but if I remember it, I will say it. It's a situation, it's out of a situation. I comment. So I love it. It's being here and now, and to be aware. You can't do better than that. To look into the future, to talk about the future. What is that? You are here, you are now. What is more to life? And that, how and why the language, how the speaking ability is connected to the thoughts, your mind. It's something I can't really give an honest and good answer, but out of nothing it comes something. So it's like what is written in the Bible. Out of nothing, God created everything. And it is very intriguing. And you will be so prejudiced that if you hear that I refer to the Bible, Jesus and Moshe and all those people, you will think that, oh, this is a fairy tale, this is nonsense. But the people that say that the Bible is nonsense, they are very ignorant. how come the Jews that are made the Bible are studying it so keenly? They can study it from they learn to read, and it is their destiny to study the Bible, the Torah. They call it the Torah, the Talmud, the verbal law, the oral law, Talmud, and they have many books that explains every word in the Bible, and they have profoundly wise men that give good explanations so that even I can understand it. It's when things are very good explained, you will understand it. And people that are arrogant, they think that what they know, no one else without education will know. No, that's not a fact. It's their lack of intellectual ability to explain something that may seem in the first place impossible to understand, complicated and intrinsic concept to it. But we will come to it in the end. I don't think of others that they don't really have the abilities to understand. It's quite personal when I don't go into explanations. Either I could be very tired or explore it more. Maybe it's so hurtful that you don't want to explore it. So I keep quiet. I don't want to go into it. So the appearing of what you are saying, the appearing of the language, something very unique. And it should be very mindful what you say to people. It should be about your relationship with yourself and also with them. I don't know what to say. It's very profound. Your language is similar to your activities. You can't, all things you do is in your mind, as we point the finger in. Everything you do, the way you are, is all in your mind. So if you want to change something, change your mind. If you can change your mind, that is the strongest proof of strength and belief it can be. If you can change your mind, no one can do that in reality. How can we do that? We can't change ourselves. But to believe that you can change your mind. When you think something about certain issue, you believe that what you have understood is the true fact. But there comes another guy that say it's polar opposite. It's the other way around. That's the true fact. And you don't believe him in the first place. No, you have this debate to and fro, and if you want to really to understand what he or she is talking about, then you need to say to yourself, now, I need to shut up here. I need to listen. So what do? I ask the person in front of me, can you please explain to a retard like me how this can be? How can your point of view be more correct than mine? So I will in the end be convinced that what this man or lady said to me, it's the whole truth. It's better, even better truth that I did really understand, because my understanding was very premature and very kind of, I didn't think much of it. And that's how things are. If you don't think much of it, you are just stubborn, and you can be very opinionated, but in the end you just accept it because maybe your father told you, some friends told you, but here I come a man that convince you of is the polar opposite. And this is the best language education. It's the best communication abilities to have those kind of interaction, that you pay a little bit more attention to what the other one is talking about, because the true fact of your own true fact can be interesting for other people, so you can convince them, but also let other convince you. It goes both way. So when you are able to change and accept and then change your opinion, then someone else have really done something profound with you that would never happen if this guy didn't show up, and you did never have this awkward debate. It can be awkward to be convinced that you are wrong and he is right. It can be quite awkward, but would you rather be ignorant than educated? I try to do this every time by asking people, what do you really mean? So we can have a deep understanding of each other. I don't need to accept it, but I also sometimes need to change my opinion. And when people are explaining themselves why they did it, how they did it, they may convince you about things that you were not able to understand in the first place. You didn't think in that way. But the mind can be so flexible if you let it. And it's about how to talk with each other. People are mainly, that doesn't change, are mainly afraid of changing because they have some opinion about themselves, that they don't want to lose the specific image they think that they have of you. But it is very important for your own abilities to understand that to change your opinion is for the best, is maybe better than, because it's how you exercise your language skill. I did a lot of writing. I have done a lot of talking, and interacting with people. So that is profoundly good for changing. To be alone is also important, and to change a whole concept. It's like intervening in others' timeline. It's very interesting, very useful. So I think that to be open-minded, to be a little bit soft. Don't put everything in metal cases. Drink water from the best container. And have a ear more than a mouth to give. I think that is profoundly good when you can listen, open up. That is the beauty of life. That is the beauty of friendship, the marriage. When a couple can open up with each other, show some softness to it, that you are human, that you are vulnerable. I think it's good. What did I talk about today? I don't know. But I wish you all a blessed day. Enemy, foe, or enemy, or friend, foe or friend. I don't care. You are here, you are listening to this guy, and be blessed.